Welcome back everybody, we are continuing a playthrough, and since, as you can see, this box is empty because I made the recording previously and my recording software didn't record, so that's why we're gonna go and jump right to our next game. This Charlotte's Exile. It's a very good game, it's a puzzle game. And let's start.
My beloved Charlotte, the woman that had become as much a part of me as I was of myself. She had always been ravenous in studying the ancient texts left of the eldritch gods. I didn't understand what she told me about her studies, but I supported her as best I could. And then, one day, she began to talk of such things as saving our realm from the incoming evil and being infested by an approaching darkness. I woke the next morning and she was gone. A note left to me only contained the words, "I have been banished to the ancient realm. It is for the best." Distraught and searching for anything I could do to bring her back, I sought the help of a miser high in the mountains. He showed me but one hope, a torn scrap of ancient text describing the process of recapturing the essence of a loved one from the dark pits of that shadowy place. Torn and ragged, it was written in an eldritch language long forgotten by our culture, known only to those who had contact with the eldritch gods themselves. I snatched the scrap from the old man and brought it to the great library. I thought I could use the texts written there to decode the alphabet of the ancient language, so I could know the secrets written on the scrap of paper and bring her back to me. In the library, then, is where my story begins.
Okay, so let's start it. So the game is basically this table. We can use a space to look up and you will see why we need that. So let's check out the book. Elder Beings, compiled for the study and protection against the ancient terrors. And as you can see, we have so-called human letters and these Eldritch letters, and we need to decode this text by matching these symbols. So this A is like this eye looking thing, which is here, and we have to do it, but of course it's not gonna be so easy. We need to find clues in the text. So Cthulhu, the dark being, feared by all. Cthulhu causes the subconscious feelings of ancient anxiety. It's hard to read this text because some of the letters text looks weird. Felt by generations, he currently slumbers in the ancient realm, though he could return someday. His name, and here is a clue, was lengthened when translated by the Old English scribes, adding "hul" in the middle to visually describe his provenance in the ancient text. So a clue is that we don't need to pay attention to this "hul" part. So we got the CTU. So the C is this one, and this T is this eye looking. I mean the T. Sorry, T. Yes, and this key is the U. By the way, next page is that it lurks here. If it's close, look at it. So if you turn this page, then this weird alien looking demon will appear and it will stalk you. So need to look at it and it will go away. The Eye of Anarlotep. A servant that carries out duties in the Anarlotep's absence. It is a being that stays in the shadows, whose goal is to see the return of its master. And it will get very close, and if it gets you, then it will steal something on the table, which you don't want. I will tell you why. Later it will stalk towards any creature slowly and quietly if it knows that Anatop's return is being threatened. And sometimes it appears right here. I don't know if you can see the cursor or not, but you will see soon enough. If it is seen when closing in on its goal, whatever that be, it seems to retreat. So next page is rat mess. The mess of rats. See, there it is. A bunch of rats stuck together with glue. Mentioned only once in the ancient text, horrific for no reason as much as simply being sorta gross. The writer describes it as being no shape and all shapes, no order but all beauty. A sign of truth, horror and magnificence. The true definition of a... Yes, it's the clue, and it's actually the mess in this text. So this letter looking thing is the M. We got the A, so we don't need to worry about that. And the S is this one. You need to keep checking on it because it will steal stuff, and we don't want that. One can construct a rat mess at home with proper supplies, aptly glue literally. Okay, Gobo Gag Mountains. A pillar of melting flesh sparting from the earth. Gobo Gag appeared only once before being quickly banished by the... And there is a text which will be seen on the other pages here, but we don't want to rush to that just yet. The earthquake is caused in its short time on earth, brought many civilization to their knees, causing a large rift between those affected and the few nations who were not. It has no known way to be resummoned. Okay, so that's that. Hands of Tindalos. And here is a clue which we can use here, because if you turn these levers, then it will show you different stacks, and we need this one, and we get to that later. Not quite hound and not quite being. The hounds are thought to be horrific to describe. They are a being that exists only in time and manifests through space to follow its prey. It is said that the hounds are not the only object to exist in time, and that even words themselves can be communicated through the realm that the hounds inhabit, and that is the clue. Next one. Okay, so this Gnob Kech, four-armed creatures that live in the deepest, coldest parts of the earth, notably Antarctica, and hike in mountains. They often live alone, although have been recorded to come together under certain dire circumstances, most famously when the Gnolopkek banished Gobogek themselves, securing humanity future on the planet. So we saw that text here, and this is this one. So that means the G is this symbol right here. This G looks very weird. I mean, I get it, it's in alphabetic order, but come on, this hardly looks like a G. So the N is this one. O is this E looking one. O and P is this one. H is this. And we got a K, and then E, the K is this one, not this one, but mouse is stuck again. This one, K, and and we got an E, which is this dishonored looking symbol. And lastly, wait a minute, not lastly, we got that one. Okay, so we got a free one here, a D, which is this one. Yes. So here's a clue to the clock, and this thingy is coming closer. The clock of Tindalos, an artifact stolen from time itself. The clock displays different messages caught in time depending on where its hands lay. The messages it shows are never ordered, instead appearing as a string of letters to be sorted out by those that observe them. It is rumored that adjusting its hand creates altogether new connection from time to space. Okay, so the clue said this one, and of course it's a very cool feature that it moves in real time, so we need to readjust it and we need to sort this out. So ancient box. I should have lowered the audio because this scream is very loud. The ancient box. So here's a clue that the word we need starts with an M. And we need to use that in here, of course, not with normal letters, but this one. And this word actually says madness. So we got that. So taken from the depth of the ocean, this box contains a secret known to only the ones that hid it. Ancient text describe the way to open it has been taken from the depths of the ocean. This box contains a secret known to only the ones that hid it. Ancient texts describe the way to open it has been thrown into the streams of time to keep its secrets safe from the eldritch monsters. Tradition holds that the box can be opened through the use of a single word, although many have tried and been unable. We're gonna be the first one who opens it then. The Eldritch board, used for banishment and summoning of creatures from the ancient realm to the human realm and back. The Eldritch board was developed as a way to dispel ancient horrors. The combination used to conduct these acts have been slowly lost over time, although scraps of combination written in the ancient alphabet still exist. And we got a free B. And the free B is nice. So the star spawn of Cthulhu, an elder civilization, these beings seem to be made neither of matter or energy. A handful of scripts exist detailing encounters with a star spawn changing from its own to a different shape and back again, possibly even into non-creature form. So it is unclear what connection they share with the Cthulhu except except adorant worshippers. So we got this frog one. Tsatsugna, the toad god. Tsatsugna slumbers in the ancient realm. I don't know what this letter is. Small toads out of his pores. It is recorded that these smaller toads either explode after a few moments or cross the dimensionary path to the human realm, where they will take the form of a wild bear and then explode. And be ready for the loud sound because it's getting closer and we're gonna have our ears busted. The chunks of these toad bears can be reassembled to make clever gifts for parties or other get-togethers. The Shoggoth. Blob-like beings that can envelop creature and non-creature alike. The Shoggoth possess incredible speed in immense cold but slow and become more puddle-like in warmth. Early manuscripts seem to This creature is so weird. It's like when it steps it disappears. Early manuscripts seem to be Shoggoth as a harmless creature, sometimes even shortening their name and adding an E or I at the end, as was common in the ancient languages or ancient language to show endeavorment. Well, okay, so here's our clue. I think we got the S1, the H1 and the O, the GG. So I think we got all of this, I guess. So we can go to the next one. The rubber ducky. Ducky has become an elderly being somehow and is just living it up. Instead of being terror to everyone, Ducky has used his elderly powers to make sure, yes, my ears are dead. Instead of bringing terrors to everyone, Ducky has used his elderly powers to make sure that everyone has a really nice day and insists that none, or you, I think it's a you, take a break to eat a sandwich. Ducky would also like to you to know that means quack. So here's the next clue. So it's a K, it's an U, but we got that, we got the C one. Yes, but wait a minute. The C one. Oh yeah, oh never mind that. I thought it was another letter. And the K. I don't know if you got the K. Okay, we got the K. So run, Tegot or rule. A big bug god, Ran Tegot decided to slumber under the ocean near Australia, which is unfortunate because it is also Ran. Ran Tegot is the biggest, deadest bug in the whole wide world. An expert is decomposing. It's the rule actually, so we got the clue there. Large chunks of his body can be found on a regular basis floating on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Nobody has dared to snack upon his flesh. I guess nobody wants to snack on its flesh. So the R is this one. It starts to creep again. You can hear it by the steps. The U is this one, but wait a minute. Ducky said this one was the quack. So maybe it was a false information. Oh,
infested.
Sorry.
Could this have been
I was a
written
bit
by
hasty. We're gonna
Charlotte?
go to that page a bit later. So where was it? The actual U. Not this one. This one. Okay, not this one, because there is summoning. This word we said is summoning, and it doesn't show us that word, so that means it's not the correct one, but never mind that. We're gonna figure it out. The L is looks like this one, and I think we got that. So the box, and there is a clue. They started I mean this one is the clue. They started as a handful of bugs that were found in a small village. One by one, more bugs collected in the center, forming a larger and larger mound that only continued to grow. To avoid the eventual takeover of the world, the bugs were contained in a lead bucket with a lid. Nobody knows what horrors would be found were the bugs to be exposed. So the F is where it is. Yes, okay, we almost got every letter. So this is where the guy started to talk. I am infested. Anar Lotep. Causer of deceit and confusion, the largest eldritch threat to humanity. It is common for Anatopet to infest the body of a human, and there's two underlines, and control them for its own motives. When Anatopet is at the moment is where auto at the moment is unknown. However, if it has taken someone as its host, punishment of the individual, okay, so let's say I pronounced it right, and it's stepping again to the ancient realm. It's the only way to stop it from shrouding our consciousness in its eventual darkness. So that's a very important clue. By the way, it is the last page. So is the text. We need the U letter, and that means, oh, see, I messed it up. The key was actually the U. Okay, so we have a few letters missing, but I don't know if I missed any clue, but we're gonna just make sure we can complete it. So it's a loved one, so need a V. So let's see which letter we don't have as a V. Not this one, because the text didn't begin to make sense. Maybe this one. No, still not that. Nope. Nope. Yes, loud one. And I think we got the F one wrong, and because it's from, but I don't know how we got that wrong, because there is the clue. Maybe I the F, but is the F from, it's the wrong symbol or something. Handful F. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's the F, because it looked like an F to me at least. So the summon ing, so need the I. The I could be maybe this one, but it's not. This one is summoning a loved one. From the, so we need the H, and that it looks like the H is not this one. So let's find it, perhaps. Oh, maybe I messed it up. I don't know. We're gonna just try it. Actually, I don't really give a damn about the monster, but we need to make sure that that's the right one. And it stays away, because this game actually has two endings, and I'm gonna show you both. And that would be a little bit weird if I couldn't show you, because it stole the box. Which one it is? Is it? Nope. Maybe this one. No. Yeah, it's a bit tedious, but I mean, come on. Yes. And W. And the W maybe, perhaps. Nope, not this one. But this one, and of course not. But we don't have very much other options, so that is, the game helps you with highlighting the ones that you didn't put anywhere. I think I tried this one, but okay, so maybe I messed up one of them. Let's go and read the text. So middle 4, press the top 2 corners, then press those right beneath, mark to the lowest row, save the rightmost, which will be last, press the size. Okay, we actually need the W only, so I think we can make sense of the text. So okay, here's the deal, and you can go away. So in order to beat the game, here's the clue for this puzzle, but we got this one, and this one we need to use the madness word. And because I played this game previously, but of course didn't record the video, so I described it. I mean, I wrote it down so I can remember the letters. So the madness actually this one, this one, this one, this one, and wait a minute. Yes, this one, and 2 times this. Oh, I think I should have lowered the sound. I don't know. My headphones are literally busted. So here's the clue, and we need to keep an eye out of that. If you are reading this, a loved one has been infested with the soul of Nyarlathotep, banished to the ancient realm. This has traditionally been a hopeless loss of someone special. However, I have done much research of this ancient text and believe I have found something important that I must hide, so it cannot be undone by the evil beings. Bringing your loved one back can be done with the use of the elderly board. Doing so will also bring the soul of Nyarlathotep with them, and the world will fall into chaos. However, were the first and the last steps of the board sequence switched, I have reason to believe this will split the souls apart and bring your loved one back without the darkness. I pray you use this information with immense caution, as if I am wrong. Humanity as we know it could cease. Okay, so now we got that. I can tell you that if this asshole comes close, it will steal it. And of course we don't care about that anymore because we got the clue. So if you don't read this and you do the puzzle, which I'm gonna show you because it says the sequence. So if I remember correctly, it's this one, this one, this one, and of course not. Dumb. And no, what did I miss? Because it says start, press the two middle 4 first, 2 top corners, and press those right beneath, mark the lowest. Say the rightmost, which will the last press, side the remaining, and those in the upper row. So the last one is the upper row. Okay, I got it. So I think I was right, but this is yes. Oh my god, this sounds so loud.
In a moment, the ritual was completed. But something was wrong. Charlotte appeared in front of me, but I saw so clearly that she was not who I remembered her to be. There was a beast inside her, something horrible, dark. Nyarlathotep had taken form in my love, and I had unleashed it back into the world. With a cry of horror, I hid my face, but it was no use. Nyarlathotep enveloped me, using my soul to fill the gap that was left in the ancient realm. There was nothing to stop Nyarlathotep from destroying our realm. Darkness enshrouded the human world. I had brought about the new reign of the ancient gods.
That sucks. So, sorry about that, I was looking at my audio recording and it froze a bit, so I thought I had to restart it, but okay, it looks fine now. So it says you missed something, and of course didn't miss anything, but I wanted you to see the bad ending first, because it's always better to see the happy ending, the last video, because it will fill everyone with joy and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you the good one. So, and look at that, the game was nice enough to complete our V. Which was the V? This one, of course. So we're not gonna bother with the monster because it will just steal stuff, so we need to make it in the reverse order. Switch the first and the last one. This was the last one, so everything is the same. After this was this. I think this way. This. Yes.
Charlotte, the woman I love. She stood before me exactly as I remembered her. No longer did she have a beast inside her. The ancient split had given her back. I grabbed her hand and led her outside the library. We stood together in the moonlight. No words were shared with each other, but no words were needed. All was
All
right.
was right, yes. The good ending. So, this was the legit ending. Charlotte is safe ending, 2 out of 2. So, I think it was a very cool puzzle. Of course, when I first played it, I mean, before this, I mean, not the really first time, because I told you that I played this game before, then it was a bit hard to make out the text, I mean the puzzle, but at least we don't have to worry about that because I remembered it. So that's at least something good came out with this whole recording software failure. But this was almost my favorite game from this collection. But the other one, the Toy Store, just was a bit better in my opinion, of course. So we got 3 more games. Next one will be this one. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.